It actually isn't transactional at all. I mean, I started getting emotional at the end of the season when I would have like a 75-year-old man come up to me and say, Mr. Repole. I would say, I reminded him that my dad is Mr. Repole. He's 84 years old, and just thank me for the program. I got emotional a couple of times hearing kids that are 35 years old. I call them kids at 35. I've heard about this, and I've heard about St. John's and Madison Square Garden, but I've never felt it in my whole life. They were 5 years old when St. John's was good. And then hearing stories about my dad used to take me, and he passed away 10 years ago. Stories like that, friends that have been reunited. Like we used to do this in the 90s, and now we're 65 years old and we're meeting here, and we're getting together and we're watching the game. So when I was on the floor Saturday after we beat Creighton, I was on with my brother and three childhood friends. We're 55 years old, and we've been friends for 45 years. And we went to the game as 15-year-old kids. We'd jump on a train to Penn Station. Back then it was the blue seats. I would sit a first or second row to last in the blue seats. And now I've spent the whole tournament either first or second row, with Rick walking in front of me. That's my biggest complaint. He blocks my view. The ability to come back and just feel New York again and feel what I felt as a kid, it's giving me chills. It really has. It's really special. And I haven't had that feeling, especially in New York, in a long, long time. And this team is really, give the school the credit for hiring Rick, give Rick the credit for coaching this team and his coaching staff. But this team is an old style New York team. I mean, it's got grit, it's got work ethic, it's got drive. I mean, at the end of the day, Father Shanley, Bill Janacek, Joe Lever, and I have a great relationship. But there was a bumpy road, obviously. The rant heard around the world by Mike Repole in 2018 or 19 and on WFAN. But I did that radio show with Mike Francesa, and I'm always going to be Mike from Queens. But maybe at that moment I didn't realize the magnitude of the words of Mike from Queens. I just felt like I was, like I used to listen to the Mets on my radio in my Middle Village apartment. Like I can just say whatever I want. It's just going to be another person ranting on WFAN. But I did realize how big it was, and listen, at that time, I believed in exactly what I said. And I want to let everybody know that that came from passion. That came from my heart. That came from frustration. I think I spoke for every person who had an attachment to this university. Coach and the team on Jimmy Fallon, and we got our own St. John's song, and it's going viral, and watching us trending on Twitter to Instagram to TikTok. Who would have thought? Louis Carnesecca passed away this year. He was just about to be 100 years old. It's almost like he wasn't ready to go until the team was in the right place. And finally, after 25 years, the team is in the right place. And as sad as many might think, there's something just so beautiful about people said to me, "Oh, I wish Louis was there." I'm like, he's been here the whole time.